Hey, Kristy.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Come in.
Thank you. Can I ask you some questions, Kristy? Because I've been getting so many questions about how to get into the career that you're in and what's so amazing about it.
Yes, I got a tea for you.
Yay!
And you can come sit down. And we want to answer every question that you guys have.
Hey, Kristy.
Hi.
Tell me about your experience with Botox and filler, and tell us more about your decision to switch to more natural anti-aging treatments.
Well, I went through a part of my life where I was overfilling my face and I looked really puffy. My lymph nodes weren't draining, so I had puffiness all around my eyes, and it actually made me look a lot older than I actually was. But there was a reason behind it. Obviously, people do it for a reason, to feel better and look better. So I was going through a time in my life where it was a little bit hairy, and I was, my self-worth was not all there, and I was just trying to get a quick fix. And with that, I had a lot of complications with it. So I wanted just to go more natural, and also doing like self-work too. I wanted to start feeling better about myself. So after coming home with getting all the pain from injections and the laser treatments and all of the things, I had it, and I just kind of switched over.
Awesome. Can you tell me how you discovered these techniques?
Yeah. So I was actually on Instagram, and I seen
Good old Instagram.
Yeah, I seen an online training, and I wanted to do something different. So I started doing it on myself, and then I was like, you know what? I want to do this. So I found online training. I did an online training first, and then I wanted to dive deeper into it. So I took more trainings after.
Can you tell me the pivotal moments that led you to these unique methods that you're doing?
So there's 5 pillars to the treatments.
Okay.
There's the actual embodiment part of it, because if you're not relaxed and released, you're going to store emotion in your fascia. So I believe that fascia release is really huge. And also, if your fascia is not soft, your lymph nodes are not going to be flowing. And then the facial sculpting, that's so important for relaxing the muscles, working ground. I call this part ground up, just to get that lifting and open eye for the inner oral. So, or the buccal massage. Just working on the inside of the mouth helps you get to the muscles that you're not able to get to with working on the outside. Also working on the jaw area, you're working on the pelvic floor for women. And then also I brought the cupping in because cupping is so good for blood flow, and then it makes tiny micro wounds into the skin, not that you could see, and then that boosts the collagen, so that gives that tightening effect for women and blood flow. So you get the healthy skin, healthy face. And then the gua sha is the last part of the massage, where you just get that rest of the lymph out of the body, out of the face area. So that's why I combined all of them together into one treatment.
Is this for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you tell me, how long have you been practicing, and exactly or approximately how many massages have you done?
Well, I did the math and I shocked myself at near 5,000 massages.
Whoa.
For the last 5 years. I've been practicing each aspect for a long time, but working on people for the last 5 years.
Steve, can you tell me what inspired you to focus on the embodiment and somatic connections aspect?
I've been working on people, as you guys know, for a long time, and I've noticed that the women were having much more of a deeper release, and having my yoga background, my yoga nidra background, my trauma-informed background, I wanted to dive deeper in learning. So I took a few more treatments, and then I started, or trainings, and then I started working more deeper on people. And I seen lives changing, I have this one lady who came to see me 2 years ago. It took her 1 year to even start breathing and feeling safe in her body.
Wow.
I know. And then after that, as soon as she started doing that, her body started releasing and her face started releasing in her TMJ area.
Oh, wow.
And then the next year after that, she looks up at me on the table and she's like, I love myself. And
Aww.
I'm like, I love you too. You know, it's just holding that sacred space for people and letting them express their emotions and letting them release, because our fascia really does hold all of our tension and all of our emotions.
So what is your vision for transforming this industry?
I think a huge part of it is teaching women how to age gracefully. And another part of it is to really fall in love or be in love with yourself and hold space for themselves in their processes of change of life, and also like feel really good in their skin. As people have known before, I was huge into filler, and Ju-ene came up with an amazing term. We'll call it filler funk. But yeah, she even got into that in her parts of her life too. So
yeah, the filler funk would be when we get stuck just overdoing fillers and finding that's what's making us feel better, is just like changing, overfilling, and we aren't doing anything natural. We're just always going straight to the filler, and then when it leaves, we go into the filler funk, and then we want more.
It can affect and put like little pockets into the skin, like how the Kardashians are going through right now.
Absolutely.
And they're doing their surgeries to fix that.
The lymph actually can't drain with the little pockets that are created with from the filler. So your lymph will eventually get stuck, and if you think you get blocked, and then you have toxins and lymph stuck in your face. So if you're not manually doing it, you can't drain it. So that's why a lot of our clients too come to us, because they need help manually draining their lymph.
That's really good to know.
And too, like a lot of women who do come see me, they actually go get their filler removed, and they look a lot better.
Wow.
They look less. They have like they come in with like pillow face, and so that's another filler funk term.
Yeah.
So Kristy, can you tell me your teaching philosophy and your approach to teaching?
Yeah, so the biggest thing why, this is my 100% why I wanted to start teaching, because I wanted to teach other women how to make other women feel loved.
Beautiful.
And how to age gracefully in their body, and self-acceptance, self-love, self-worth, deservingness. So that was my biggest component. And because the actual massage works. It lifts, it sculpts, it drains. It's amazing. This is a course that you need to take.
Thank you.
Also, one thing about it too, like we have a lot of medical estheticians who want to go more of a holistic approach. So they have two methods. You know, they could go do the medical stuff and work on the skin and do all of the, you know, extractions. You can set up more of a loving treatment, because really when you're working on the skin, it's also working from inside out. So when you're working on the pressure points, when you're doing the massage and stuff like that, you're healing parts of your body, organs in your body. And then for massage therapists, I think in Edmonton, massage therapists, I pay my massage therapist $120 per hour, and she works really hard on my body, you know, and giving that much energy physically in one treatment, when you could be charging $150 to $180 per treatment starting, and just giving that beautiful touch and that softness and that guidance through the treatment. So yeah, that's my philosophy behind all the magic.
Hey ladies, can you tell me how you guys got started?
So I've been on this path for a long time. So I was teaching yoga, and I was like literally driving around everywhere all day for like 8 hours. I was missing out time with my son, because of course I have to work in different hours that weren't suiting my lifestyle at the time. I just was like, I need something more. And so strange, I got into doing permanent makeup because I seen all these ladies' eyebrows melting off when I used to teach hot yoga.
Good reason to say.
Yeah, and then I like literally jumped into that training. I did well at it, but it still wasn't good enough. And I hated hurting people on the table. And the women that it would bring in to come see me, I seen that they had like, they're constantly want to change themselves. Like it was, nothing was good enough. I'd do the best job and it was still not good enough. So I got tired of feeling in that. And because I was so much into that world, that's when I started doing all the fillers, Botox, blah, blah, that like loaded up my face. When I just got sick of feeling like that and I was doing more of my self-work, I seen a post on Instagram about an online training. And that's the first place that I started, was the online training. And then I started building there and also adding my experience in from like yoga and meditation and all the other work that I did before. So I kind of brought it all into one. But I like literally started in my living room and then just growing in that. Like I was making like $300 a week. It was like nothing. I think my income was like $2,400 a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm still working part-time now because I do have a son and I do have a family that I need to take care of.
Oh.
So I work 3 days a week.
Okay.
And then I do 3 clients a day. And I hate talking about money, but I make like $120,000 a year.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and it's very part-time.
Can you break that down?
If you're working part-time, you can work under 40 hours. You're going to charge $150 and you can make $7,200 a month. That's a part-time gig. If you don't have the time to go ahead and be doing the jump, or you're looking for a side hustle like a lot of people are with the economy right now, you can work 16 hours a month and make an extra $2,500. So that's a really, really easy way to have a side hustle and boost your income.
In all of that, I was doing really well in my room, but I knew that I wanted to grow more. And let's face it, like some people are really good at some things and some people are not good at some things. So I am not good at like business, and I'm not good at organization, and I'm not good at managing people. But I knew that there was something more for me out there, and I knew that I really, really, really wanted to teach, but I'm the kind of person who has all of these ideas, but I don't actually go for it because I don't know where to start. I knew Ju-ene for a while, and I knew her background, so I kind of like, I don't know if we'd call it like poaching. I got to know her then, and I wanted to get to know her more, not just for business wise, but for friendship too, because I felt like we were in alignment. And then during COVID, we're hiring in the basement and manifesting, and I looked at her and I said, we're going to open a business together. I was planting those seeds.
Yeah, she planted the seeds. And the funny thing is too, is like, I became an entrepreneur and I became very business minded because I was a single mom, and I had to work for myself and I had to make my own hours and my own money. And both of our stories come from like having to provide for our families, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. So then we like really got into growing Ju-ene.
Yeah. And then it grew really fast, really
Super
unexpectedly. And then, you know,
That's awesome.
We, just like any other person, you have wobbly moments, you know, and for
The
our
growth
students,
stage.
and for our students too, who are like growing themselves, it is a lot to do with alignment, but another part is like putting one foot in front of the other. So you really have to put yourself out there.
You have to have that blueprint. You have to have that grounding and like the base to be able to grow in a significant way.
So she has like an online business blueprint program that is going up on our website, or is up on our website right now. And then another thing that I wanted to add in too is like when you are working on people and just starting, it's that word of mouth and like you posting and you putting yourself out there. But do a call out for 10 models and charge them like 75% of the price or half the price, and hold your value in your body and in your treatment. And then you'll make back a portion of the money of the training.
Yeah, your
That
investment
goes towards your education.
Your investment you're already making back as soon as you start doing your models, right? Which is important because you always want to keep value within your service. You don't want to be giving anything away for free.
Yeah.
This is another easy way for people who are like wanting to get into the esthetician world, but don't necessarily want to get into something that's really invasive or chemical peels, microneedling. This is a massage, and it's a loving massage. So if you just want to kind of test the waters and see if this is going to be the right career change for you, this is a perfect way to get into that. So another great thing about doing the online course is it's easy. It's like an entry level to get to know if you want to dive deeper with Kristy, a one-on-one, or if you want to do a group training with us. So the online course is basically the base of our course, and then we can dive deeper further with Kristy or a group training, and we're going to give you $250 as a credit. So that's half the course price is going to go to a credit towards one of our live in-person trainings.